Interview with Chief Noda.
Where do you work?
I work at Bridgewater State University in Bridgewater. So yeah, I'm a physical chemist. So my field is very close to physics and chemistry. Lots of theory, and mainly I'm interested in like why some rocks grow in red, some of them green, and there's a theoretical study, theoretical research you can carry out. So that's what we do. I also teach chemistry. So
Where are fluorescent rocks found?
They are everywhere. You can find them in many places. If you have portable black light, you can go to your backyard and start looking, and you'll be amazed what you find. One of the famous places is Franklin, New Jersey. It's a small town. There's another town called Ogdensburg next to it. They are known for zinc mines, active in 50s and 1950s and 1960s. But nobody knows why, but in that small locality, they find many different types of fluorescent minerals. This rock that I could show you, it's hard to show in the daylight, but it's a fluorescent green and red rock. This came from Franklin, New Jersey, and right now, if you go to Ogdensburg, the mine is actually a museum now, and you can go into the mine tour and go into the mine cave. And the rock formation is essentially this rock. So they take you in a mine tour and go down the shaft. Once you get to the deep part of the mine, they turn the lights off and it becomes black, pitch black. You don't see anything. Okay? If you wave your hand, you don't see your hand. And after a few seconds, they turn the black light on, and the whole cave glows red and green, bright all the way throughout. So it's something to do, and it's a very nice tour. I think the name of the mine is called Sterling Hill Zinc Mine.
Is there any mines in Weymouth?
I'm not sure. I think, well, I know there was one in Quincy. So I wouldn't be surprised if you have any other around here. But yeah. What else? If you go to New Hampshire, there's town of Stratford. They have a old mine called Parker Mountain Mine, and this is where it came from. It's a mineral called eucalyptite, sort of rare mineral. This is fluorite. That's a very common mineral. So when you look for it with portable black light in your backyard, you're likely to see this fluoresce in the dark. So these are interesting minerals. This one actually came from Greenland. This came from Canada. They show a property called tenebrescence. So they look gray under the daylight. And now what we're going to do is bring the black light on and shine on the black light. They fluoresce. They fluoresce green or a little bit of orange. Okay, that you should be able to see. I hold the black light for a few seconds. Okay. After a few minutes, and as you can see, the area that used to be gray is now turning to pink colored mineral. This phenomena is called tenebrescence, and essentially these minerals are photosensitive minerals. You may have seen a t-shirt that you can wear, and when you go under the sun, it turns to bright red. When you go back inside of the room, it becomes gray, and they are using the same material. The idea was taken actually from fluorescent mineral.
Why do the rocks glow?
Well, it's pretty hard to explain, but essentially what we have is called black light. That will give you the lights that you cannot see. That's why it's called black light. But this light will give the energy to these rocks, and the energy is used as something called fluorescence. And that's what you see. And depending on what kind of minerals you have in these rocks, they will produce different colors like green, red, blue. All right, so bring the black light on and see what happens.
Wow.
All right. Okay, so now you can see that some of the minerals show you like, okay, this is yellow. We got some orange ones. Okay, green.
This one's multicolored.
Blue, yeah, this one's pretty. This is red and blue. I mean, green, I guess. All right, this is another orange.
I guess it's like speckles of green and orange.
Yeah.
Did you find all three of these in the same cave?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, they are related.
Where can we find fluorescent materials in our daily lives?
It's used in many places, and we have random collection of many things over here. So let's
Nail polish.
nail polish. Okay.
A dinosaur.
Dinosaurs. Okay. My fluorescent alien.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a glassware. Some kind of a glass cup. And
OxyClean.
OxyClean was this one. That's that.
That's OxyClean, and that's like Turbo Booster or something.
Okay. Right. Well, the dinosaur is doing great, and it actually does afterglow. So that's interesting.
All of these
property.
things do afterglow.
Yeah, let's try again. Move it up.
All like the toys and stuff have like the afterglow.
Yep. I think many of you actually have these things at home. All right. This is nail paint.
Nail polish.
Nail polish. Okay, it has a little bit of this.
Yeah, I can see that.
The stamp, little bit harder to see, but the stamp is actually glowing green on the fluorescence.
I can see that.
Okay. The detergent is a surprising one. It's really bright. Okay.
It's very big.
Yeah. Okay, they put this one so when you wash clothes, the white clothes will come out brighter.
Gather together a bowl filled with ice, salt, neon food dye, and regular food dye. Shake or pour salt all over the bowl of ice. You will need lots and lots. Now, drop the regular and neon food dye onto the ice. Keep going until all the ice cubes have 1 or 2 drops on them. Look how iridescent and sparkly the ice is.
Can't You Sleep, Little Bear by Martin Weddle and Barbara Firth. Once there were 2 bears, Big Bear and Little Bear. Big Bear is the big bear, and Little Bear is the little bear. They played all day in the bright sunlight, and when night came and the sun went down, Big Bear took Little Bear home to the bear cave. Big Bear put Little Bear to bed in the dark part of the cave. "Go to sleep, Little Bear," he said, and Little Bear tried. And Big Bear settled in the bear chair and read his bear book by the light of the fire. But Little Bear couldn't get to sleep. "Can't you sleep, Little Bear?" asked Big Bear, putting down his bear book, which was just getting to the interesting part, and padded over to the bed. "I'm scared," said Little Bear. "Why are you scared, Little Bear?" asked Big Bear. "I don't like the dark," said Little Bear. "What dark?" said Big Bear. "The dark that's all around us," said Little Bear. Big Bear looked, and he saw the dark part of the cave was very dark. So he went to the lantern cupboard and took out the teeniest lantern that was there. Big Bear lit the teeniest lantern and put it next to Little Bear's bed. "There's a tiny light to keep you from being scared, Little Bear," said Big Bear. "Thank you, Big Bear," said Little Bear, cuddling up in the glow. "Now go to sleep, Little Bear," said Big Bear, and he padded back to the bear chair and settled down to read the bear book by the light of the fire. Little Bear tried to go to sleep, but he couldn't. "Can't you sleep, Little Bear?" yawned Big Bear, putting down his bear book with just 4 pages to go to the interesting part, and padded over to the bed. "I'm scared," said Little Bear. "Well, why are you scared, Little Bear?" asked Big Bear. "I don't like the dark," said Little Bear. "What dark?" asked Big Bear. "The dark that's all around us," said Little Bear. "But I brought you a lantern." "Only a teeny-weeny one," said Little Bear, "and there's lots of dark." Big Bear looked, and he saw that Little Bear was quite right. There was still a lot of dark. So Big Bear went to the lantern cupboard and took out a bigger lantern. Big Bear lit the lantern and put it beside the other one. "Now go to sleep, Little Bear," said Big Bear, and he padded back to the bear chair and settled down to read the bear book by the light of the fire. Little Bear tried and tried to go to sleep, but he couldn't. "Can't you sleep, Little Bear?" grunted Big Bear, putting down his bear book with just 3 pages to go, and padded over to the bed. "I'm scared," said Little Bear. "Why are you scared, Little Bear?" asked Big Bear. "I don't like the dark," said Little Bear. "What dark?" asked Big Bear. "The dark that's all around us," said Little Bear. "But I brought you 2 lanterns," said Big Bear. "A tiny one and a bigger one." "Not much bigger," said Little Bear, "and there's still a lot of dark." Big Bear thought about it, and then he went to the lantern cupboard and took out the biggest lantern of them all, with 2 handles and a piece of chain. He hooked up the lantern above Little Bear's head. "I've brought you the biggest lantern of them all," he told Little Bear. "That's to keep you from being scared." "Thank you, Big Bear," said Little Bear, curling up in the glow and watching the shadows dance. "Now go to sleep, Little Bear," said Big Bear, and he padded back to the bear chair and settled down to read the bear book by the light of the fire. Well, Little Bear tried and tried and tried to go to sleep, but he couldn't. "Can't you sleep, Little Bear?" groaned Big Bear, putting down his bear book with just 2 pages to go and padding over to the bed. "I'm scared," said Little Bear. "Why are you scared, Little Bear?" asked Big Bear. "I don't like the dark," said Little Bear. "What dark?" asked Big Bear. "The dark that's all around us," said Little Bear. "But I've brought you the biggest lantern of them all, and there isn't any dark left," said Big Bear. "Yes, there is," said Little Bear. "There is, and it's out there." And he pointed out of the bear cave at the night. Big Bear saw that Little Bear was right. But Big Bear was very puzzled. All the lanterns in the world couldn't light up the dark outside. Big Bear thought about it for a long time, and then he said, "Come on, Little Bear." "Where are we going?" "We're going out," said Big Bear. "Out into the darkness?" said Little Bear. "Yes," said Big Bear. "But I'm scared of the dark," said Little Bear. "No need to be," said Big Bear, and he took Little Bear by the paw and led him out of the cave into the night, and it was dark. "Ooh," said Little Bear, "I'm scared," cuddling up to Big Bear. Big Bear lifted Little Bear and cuddled him and said, "Look at the dark, Little Bear." And Little Bear looked. "I've brought you the moon, Little Bear," said Big Bear. "I've brought you the bright yellow moon and all the twinkling stars." But Little Bear didn't say anything, for he had gone to sleep, warm and safe in Big Bear's arms. Big Bear carried Little Bear back into the bear cave fast asleep and settled down with Little Bear on one arm and the Big Bear book on the other, cozy by the bear fire. And Big Bear read the bear book right to the end.